Oh, sorry, my mic was muted. I don't really have anything cool specifically on the docket. I just figured if I was testing, I might as well stream it. But, I mean, actually, this launch should be pretty cool that I'm about to get right here. I'm gonna make a bold prediction. I'm gonna land right on the slanted leg, right there. Not gonna land at the door, I'm gonna land right there, and I'm barely gonna hit it. It's gonna be 10 out of 10 landing. You get dunked as in I land in the water, or as in I just like blow up right here? Because both could happen. Well, yeah, if I miss, I'm definitely landing in the water. But what if you miss? I won't. Oh, wait, I'm not Master Chief from the books. Alright, here we go. You ready? Let's turn off the... Make this a Twitter clip. I'm about to aura farm. Wait for that text on the top left to go away. Here we go. Oh, I barely missed, man. It was a good one. Here we go again. Oh, I've got it down to a science, Rexy. We figured it out. Are you just crouching? Yeah, I'm using a macro to crouch right now. It's because I don't want to spam it myself. But yeah, just crouching. What's up, Action Man? I'm gonna do a cool glitch. You just gotta wait like 3 minutes. I'm eating some rice, so my mouth is full. Sorry. Did I download a macro software? I already had macro software, but yeah. I'm using auto hotkey. Alright, let's bring back up this. Yeah, auto AHK. It's a popular programming language for macros and like scripting for like key presses and stuff. Do I know where the speed loops on this one? Yeah, it gets to 100. It doesn't loop. We're gonna land this one, I believe. Alright. Let's turn back off the position info so that we can do our Twitter clip farming here. Which, rockets are better than SMG to hold, right? Yeah, surely. They look cooler. Here we go. Let's go. Not quite at the doorway, but looks cool. Alright, can we get that angled better now is the question. How do I want this, how do I make that go more? I want it to go more that way. Angling the hog itself doesn't really change that, does it? Because it's still like ultimately kind of the same here, isn't it? Let's see. What's up, OSK? The hog isn't as like multifaceted as you might think, Mogami. Actually, Fortune just got here. He was posting pictures of what the polygons look like. It's not like a bunch of complex polygons. It's really like just like one slope up and then another slope down kind of thing. The polygons are pretty simple on the Warthog. What was I wanting to do again? Oh yeah. Did I create a checkpoint already? No. I guess. Let's go. Riveting. I mean, you don't have to be here. But I did just get a really cool clip. If you scroll back in time like 30 seconds, I did just launch from here and land over there. So that was kind of cool. I have a feeling this one isn't gonna max out at 100, but maybe it will. We'll see. You know, I think that's the first time I've used the word multifaceted in its correct usage talking about something. When do you ever use that word? Diamonds, I guess, and like precious gemstones. But like multifaceted usually means like kind of like a person who has multiple skills, they're multifaceted. But I'm using it in its literal sense as in a thing with multiple faces. That's what the word means. Like a, I don't know, like a diamond, like the shape of a diamond is multifaceted. Okay, looks like we are gonna reach 100. Oh, I guess I'm speaking a little too early. It always can reset in the 90s, which is always the most frustrating because you waited so long. But all right, we're at 100. Stop this. Okay, we got basically the same. Yeah, this is the same angle. Yeah, so this all makes sense with what I was thinking. So if I wanted to land, I would need to be as far left on this slope as I could be if I wanted to launch to the tower and actually have a chance. And that means being lower, actually, than higher. But then I don't get the benefit of floating as much. But the angle should be better down here, or am I tripping? Am I crazy to think that, like, right here is what I want? No, it's still... It's not that hog doesn't matter, it's that... So the hog is always parallel to the mountain because it's flat on the mountain, right? So the mountain's here, the hog is here. So, I mean, in that way that, yes, the hog angle doesn't matter. Because even if you turn the hog on its, like, axis, it's still parallel with the mountain. So yeah, that's why it doesn't matter. So I'll still have this angle, but I'm about as far left as I can be. I won't float as much, though. I think I'm still just going to miss to the left of the tower here. I think I'm just going to fly, like, basically straight forward and not have a chance to land there. This works with all objects, all vehicles. Some work better than others. The shape and the angle of them is what's important. So they have different faces, and where the angle that the faces meet is important, and how flat they are, and whether like they're good slopes. We're trying to figure it all out. This is all just still research. The worst part about this is like we can't really speed this up or save state yet. We don't have the tools to save state. Whenever we create a save state, it resets our velocity back to 0. So we have to just wait here. And even increasing game speed, my macro can't keep up with the game speed, so it doesn't crouch in time properly. I tried it increasing it a little bit and I couldn't get him to sync very good, so I'm just leaving it at 1.0. How does fall timer work? Yeah, fall timer still does kill you a lot, but I have it turned off right now just for testing. I'll cross the fall timer bridge later. So I think this should send it still, because we're still on the same face that we were, this should still launch me basically with the same exact angle as before. Maybe slightly more to the right because I've tried to move more to the right. So we cap at 100. Oh, we didn't go. I think I hit... Did I hit here? I don't know. I don't know what I hit. Toggles. Acrophobia. Turn back on Sputnik, sure. Alright, let's find a new face then. How did the guy discover this? I mean, this is kind of incremental knowledge being combined from a bunch of different sources. But this all got kicked off because somebody found a way to make large speed in Halo Reach. And then we've been applying it to the other Halo games and tweaking it because all the games are different. But we've been finding different ways to build speed now. This angle looks crazy. When did this triangle start? That's a different... When... Does it start like right there? This angle looks crazy. This isn't the same face I was on down there, is it? I guess it is. I just went all... Wait, is it? Or was I in this face before? No, this is the same face. But I think... When did it become a different triangle? I guess, is this... It's kind of hard to see the slope lines because of the textures. But I'm pretty sure it became a different slope, right? Or am I crazy? I think it does somewhere around there. HCM doesn't have wireframes, does it? It might, I just might not know where to find it. Oh, that's a good spot, Daniel. But those aren't... I need objects and not railings, but that is... Those are super thin, you're right. I knew there were some thin things I was thinking of. Yeah, those are very thin. Now we wait. You have no idea what's about to happen? Hopefully I fly all the way across the lake. That's what I want to happen. But, okay, so if you look in the lower right-hand corner, you can see my velocity, and it's gaining. I'm going faster and faster and faster, but I'm not moving, so that doesn't make sense, right? How can your velocity be going faster if you're not moving? Well, it's being stored. As soon as I do the next movement, it'll kick off and I'll gain all that velocity at the same time. You die from the fall height timer? Yeah, you will. I have it turned off right now using cheats, but yeah, this would kill me normally. But I mean, I'm just testing right now. This is just finding like the limits of how it works. Eventually there will be applications that don't require cheats. Just testing things right now. Alright, here we go. Whee! Did I discover this? No. This is like... It's actually a really old trick called hump launching, but it got brought back into focus because of some Halo Reach glitches that recently got discovered. And so we went back and revisited this glitch, knowing the information we knew about Halo Reach. And it's opened up a lot of the... It's like basically the same glitch that's in like 3 or 4 different Halo games, it turns out. And so now we're exploring it. Any object works. But some objects work differently than others, it seems. Like, it's... You want it to have certain angles and faces on it. That angle's crazy. I'm not going to drive on that. I wonder how much... I bet I can, like, do, like, a sick ramp jump here and keep a lot of speed. I want to go towards the tower, huh? Which is a really long way away. But this looks like it's angling that way. Yeah, this slope looks like it does kind of point that way. This might be too shallow of an angle to work. I should probably try it at like 20 speed. Nah, fuck it. We let it ride. Oh, I wasn't watching. What did the speed reset at? Or did it did reset while I was on my phone. I wasn't looking. Did it reset or did it not? If your assumption is right, 72 should be the max on this. Did you do the math on the angle, or did you just do the math of the okay, so it was like 30s. If you just so it didn't max because it resets. But the if you just take the proportion, you can figure out what it'll max at. It's at 10, so it's at 7.3 when it hit 10. So you just you know it'll be at 7.3, yeah. But you could do the math and figure it out as well, and like take an angle. But yeah, I've been getting the best ones I've been getting are about 75% horizontal to vertical. I wasn't watching it again. Um, I don't know. I don't think the slope is the thing that I want. This slope will send me that way. Um, it's kind of hard to tell the faces. Like, am I still? Is this all the same angle, or does it slightly change? This feels like that was all the same angle. Oh shit, Terry, put it in reverse. Hey mate, you can't park here. Yeah, I know, Fortune. I've been doing that. I've just been checking once it reaches 10 just to make the math quick. I've been looking at the percentage of X to Y. Like, it just takes like 10 seconds to run it to get. I've been doing math. First, I look at like 4. So I've been like, if it's at 4, then if the one's at 4 and the other's at 3, then I know I'm at like basically 75%. You don't actually have to do any real math. You can just do mental math while it climbs. So like right here, I can tell. Basically, we're getting like a third, which is not good. So we load the checkpoint. We back up a little further. Now we're getting none. So I backed up too far. Yeah, this looks like 0.7, somewhere around there. Maybe a little worse. 2/3, not quite 3/4. Probably a little better. Okay, this looks good. Not quite 3/4, 3/5. Maybe it's not that good. I'll see how high. I don't. For some reason, if it's like not like close to like 3/4, then the number seems to reset. If you need to be getting like the majority of one direction or the other. Maybe there's like a 45-degree window in there or something. 3/4 of 180 degrees is 105 degrees. I don't know. Wait, no, 125 degrees, right? I can't do math. Don't do it. Why can't I do math? Don't do math in stream, people. It's 90 plus 45. No, so it's 135. 135 degrees. Does that sound right? No, that doesn't sound right. I don't know. Oh yeah, no, I know I did the math, but I'm wondering like, is my assumption? I'm thinking there's something weird with angles about why like some of them can reach 100 and some of them can't. I'm wondering if it's if you're within a certain like distance from 90, because we can get 100 on horizontal when I was on the ladder, and we can get 100 on vertical when we're like perfectly hovering off of a tantrum. I'm wondering if there's some weirdness on the angles. Like the further you are from, like, I don't know which direction away from 90, but I think if we need to be looking at it in like either 45 or 90 degree chunks, I'm thinking. So actually, if my guess is right, then it might reset right before it reaches 100 here. Or maybe not. Maybe it might actually make it to 100. I have a feeling this is just going to slam me into the ground, but we shall venture into the unknown. Actually, it might not. This is all math, right? Yeah, pretty much. I mean, well, of course, video games are literally all math. But yeah, this is really just all math. Did the hog just go to the moon? No. Okay, well, I just like clipped through the hog and didn't jump and didn't launch. That was disappointing. I think that angle was just a little too steep. I think we could do like a whole bunch of analysis if we could like find all the normal vectors. So we basically need to look at like every slope, find its normal vector, see which direction it points, and then we could do math and figure out like which slopes are better or worse. And some slopes are even really subtle, like the shape of a complex geometry has a complex slope, like it's not just a big triangle. But can I see? Let me see Fortune's picture. Actually, is the warthog 120 degrees? Is one of its major angles 120? Let me. Where's paint? That's not the one I wanted. No. Okay, so I want the angle from. Yeah, that's the angle I want. What is? How is there like? How do you find an angle of a picture? Is there like a paint angle finder or like a? How do I get a protractor and paint? there a way I can get paint to tell me my angle? I guess I can Pythagoras this shit. I'm about to. Okay, well, let's just... I want to find... Let me just draw a quick line. Does it tell me how many pixels my line is? I want it to go into the right. Okay, that's 110 pixels. And this is... ...450 pixels. Make this a little bit longer. 125, and how many did I say this one was? 450. I want this. I want opposite over adjacent. So I want the tangent of 125 over 450. Oh, that's not even the whole angle I wanted. Now I need to draw another right triangle? God, I hate math. So that is 28 degrees, and then I need to draw another right triangle from... I want this angle. Gosh, I can't believe I'm doing math on a fucking picture on MS Paint because I'm too lazy to find a different way. This was 145. This was... Go, which is opposite over adjacent. Alright, well, the angles didn't add up the way I thought they would, but... Oops. Find a transparent PNG and a protractor image would be funny. I should have done that. I didn't read any of your guys' suggestions while I was doing that. Eyeballing is always an option. Yeah, I did eyeball it. That it was kind of near where I thought it would be, and it might still be. I don't know. That the reason I wanted to check the math is because I was eyeballing it. But I have a feeling that the angle that this face makes with this face is the important one that I like. I think there's something we need to figure out, like, along that line. What are the angles happening right here on this intersection? Why am I floating? Oh, I have acro on. Alright, well, I did get one good clip on the mountain at least. Let's go test something else. Where else? What else do I want to test here? Oh, I know what I wanted to test. Where could I do that? I want to stack some objects. So I remember back in the day we used to when we first learned about hump launching, we would stack the Spectre on top of the Wraith, and that seemed to give us bigger launches. I'm thinking maybe that made the reset window bigger by stacking a Wraith and a Spectre on top of each other. So let's go to the Great Journey and find out. It might be Fortune. Okay, so first of all, let's test just crouching on the Wraith alone. I think it resets at 5.4, right? Wait, why is this going high? Is it 11? Why does the Wraith go high? What? Weren't these like random things supposed to be resetting at a lower number? Well, now everything's weird. Maybe it is stability again, like Griffin was saying. The Wraith is fat and stable. But also, why am I gaining any horizontal? I guess I'm not on a perfectly flat slope. I don't know. This is weird. What is this going to max out at? What does this reset at? That might be it, Fortune. That could be interesting. Okay, so that was 48 that it just reset at. Somewhere around there. Does holding... Oh yeah, I forget holding space... Wait, why is it not raising? Whatever, I'll just use my controller. Okay, so we used to do like this basically. And then this would give crazy launches. Yeah, that's interesting, Fortune. So there's a whole class of dummying glitches that we need to look at as well. The velocity stuff is really interesting, and the normal vector stuff. I want to show you some co-op, or not co-op, some multiplayer dummying glitches that I know, Fortune, because if you dummy an object like a warthog, and then you flip it over so that it's upside down, and then you make it return back to its original location, because it's upside down, its normal forces backwards, and it'll just clip through the ground. It'll just fall through the ground. Like, so you can clip through the ground by flipping upside down and dummying. I think there's stuff that we should probably be exploring there. Alright, is it gonna reset here at like 48 again? Wasn't it 48 where it reset before? Or was it... So, okay, stacking objects somehow makes it go higher? Okay, it reset at like 75 there or something. That's so much more though. That's not even like the amounts of them combined, is it? I guess I should separate them and see what the Spectre does again. Maybe it is just combined. Okay, let me try the Spectre alone. Okay, what does the Spectre do? So if this goes to like 30 and then resets, then it might just be the combination of the two of them. We might be onto something. We might be making progress. I think it's going to reset it right around 30. Actually, no, because it was 48, so it would be like... Was it 48 and 7? Okay, well, I didn't notice, but was it... Did the numbers add up? I didn't see where it reset. It was 22, so 48 and 22 is 70, right? Yeah. That's what I was expecting. So does the Warthog just go to 100? Or... Well, no, because the Warthog doesn't, because sometimes it's on weird slopes and it doesn't. Okay, so it is 22. Okay, yeah, it's a... Let me try... Instead of stacking them, let me try just touching them. Yeah, that was gonna be my next thought. You would say that these are part of the same island now, right? Now that I've let them settle? Have I made another breakthrough? Maybe. I think we now have figured out why it resets. It's not distance from the ground, Daniel. You keep typing things as if what you're saying is like factual. I don't mean to be rude, but like a lot of the stuff you're saying is not factual. I don't think it I don't think it's just height. I don't know. Maybe you're right. Maybe it is just height. But no, it can't. It's not just height because like if I do it, look, if I do it on ground right now, look what the max will be. So I'm just on perfectly flat ground right now. It's going to reset at 5.4. Right? Okay, so it reset at 5.4. If I were to go and then do it on like instead of the turret, if I did it like slightly off the ground, like right here, I think this will probably still do 5.4, but maybe not. Okay, let's do this guy's head. So like we're now, I guess you might say I'm on this guy's head, but like you could say I'm on the Spectre when I'm doing the other stuff. So like I'm further off the ground by your definition. And you would say that this should go higher than 5.4, but this is also going to stop at 5.4. Watch. See, it also resets at 5.4. So like I'd appreciate it if you're trying to like guide me and give tips and say the things you've tested, that's cool. But for you to type a message that says, "I told you you need to be further from the ground," like you're saying things that are wrong that I've already disproven, and you're like just being passive aggressive about it. I'd rather you just not type messages if that's what you're gonna do. Like it's already like frustrating enough to like stream testing in front of a big audience. To have people be like, "I told you so," when you're wrong is just annoying. So we want this number to go bigger than 22. If it does go bigger than 22, we want it to go all the way to 70. You don't have to be consistent or this fast. This is just a macro. You can gain speed as a human. But like, I don't know. I don't mean to be so grumpy, but like everyone's saying these same questions. How is everyone so short-sighted? This is literally the first day that we've been messing with this glitch. We're not trying to do it in a speed run. Does this look like I'm speed running? We're trying to figure out why and how the glitch works. Once we figure out why and how the glitch works, then we can consider speed running. Like, I don't know. I'm not trying to rant at just you, Kakarot, but like, I've been getting this question all day, and it's like, no, this is not for speed running. I don't know, I'm just grumpy. I'm getting grilled by my chat saying I told you so and what's the point of doing all this? Like I don't know. I don't mean to be grumpy, but what do you mean? What's the point in doing all this? Come on. I don't know. Yo, Var with the membership. Thank you. So it did go above 22, but it didn't make it all the way to 70. What did it reset at? Did anyone see? 30. So it reset at like 36 this time. Why? That does. So in some, if they're perfectly stacked on top of each other, they add. But if they're at an angle, they don't. I guess. Is that what we're seeing? I could go get another Wraith, I guess. What do I want here? I want useful cheats, Medusa, skulls, acro. Oh, I actually wanted to freeze AI. You can gain a ton of speed in less than a minute. Okay, so the Wraith by itself was 48. Let's try 2 Wraiths. So maybe we will see this go up to 48 times 2, which is what, 96? How fast can you go compared to sword flying? Sword flying is about 12. We can reach 100. 100 is the maximum you can move in this game. It's the speed limit. Yeah, not the speed of light though, Ebrox. No one goes 10 over that one. Okay, well we passed 48, so we know it did at least do some addition here. It did some combining. Yeah, but again, I'm sorry for being grumpy at you guys and being a little bit snippy. I think you guys understand my rant. I don't want to be so grumpy when I'm streaming and testing, but it happens. Alright. Bullets probably travel faster, Var. I'm not sure. I know the fastest that I've been able to build is 100. Like once I reach that, it stops growing. We're about to see it either happen right now or it's going to reset at like 96. It's either going to hit 100 and stop or it's going to reset very soon. It didn't reset. Okay, but we hit 100. No, it didn't. It reset. Oh, it's what I'm pretty sure it's what I think. It wasn't exactly 96 because of rounding or whatever. I think it's just stacking them. Also, I barely had any speed there, and we just went really high. How much speed did how much speed did I even have there? That felt like a ton of height for no speed. What the? I was like, oh, I was wondering what was going on there. I still had the macro going, and I have acro on. That makes more sense. Whee! Alright. Okay, so now I'm going to add the Spectre on top. If I can't get there with the controller here. And now it will definitely go to 100 is my guess. If I can climb the monstrous tower that we've created. Alright, here we go. So I have a feeling this I don't know. Maybe it's not lined up properly, but I have a feeling this will go all the way to 100. Did Mito say something in chat? Pretty sure. Oh, it's what was giving Mito's heighten some of his. Yeah. I understand. Yeah, so you not only are you gaining horizontal speed from the amount that we're building up, we also sometimes get a whiplash launch from the thing hitting us. That's what you're saying, right? Because right now my downward speed is being actually transferred into the things, which is slapping them off the ground, which is then flipping them back up into me, which is what's hitting me. So it's a weird little chain here that's happening. Yeah, it's like charging up. I'm gaining velocity right now. Every time I crouch, I'm gaining velocity. You can see it in the numbers in the lower right. I'm trying to test. So we found a way to do this to make it basically stack and stack and stack, and then we found a way to release the energy and like send it all at once. So now we're trying to test all of the limits and figure out like how we can store it, how much we can store, what angles, how much speed can we store like on different things. We're testing all the edge cases and whatnot. So my assumption from what I've just learned is that it's going to go to 100 XYZ and then stop. I have it mashing crouch. I think I'm holding for 20 milliseconds and releasing for 15 or something like that. I don't know. Yeah, it's pretty precise. I had to fiddle with the numbers to get it to do what I wanted. I can't remember exactly what numbers I used. All right, is my assumption true? Are we going to reach 100? Don't reset at 98. Don't you do it. All right, well, that's interesting. Okay, so we learned stuff. Now, how do we test this? I'm wondering if the reason that the Spectre works pretty good is because it has a turret attached to it. And the reason that the Wraith works even better is because it has two mini turrets and a mortar attached to it. I'm thinking it might be the number of objects in its little thing. Yeah, 100 speed cap, at least for me. Okay, so now how else do I want to test this? The Warthog has, if you count the breakable pieces on, I don't know if the breakable pieces count. A Warthog itself on the object memory table is only, it's the Warthog body, it's the turret gun, it's the Warthog's horn. So on the object memory table, the Warthog takes up 4 slots. On the object memory table, the Spectre takes up 3 slots. The Spectre takes up the body, the turret gun. The Wraith takes up more slots at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The Wraith takes 7 slots. It might be the number of slots they take on the object memory table. Six, 7. I said it. 6, 7. Ah, we did it. It's a machine piece. The turrets are objects, but I want to try the big turrets on outskirts. The 117 Easter egg thing is kind of weird. I don't. Is that in the OG game or is that an MCC thing? That's an Easter egg. It's clearly an Easter egg. It's way too specific to be an accident. I mean, well, Easter egg is it's a reference. It's a Halo number hidden in the game. I think it's fair to call it an Easter egg. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, so when I'm walking, you see my speed at the bottom. Whenever you stop, and if you like land on a slight slope, the game keeps trying to move you, but it doesn't want to like make it feel like you're on ice, and so it's not gonna slide you down the slope. So eventually, you see it's trying to calculate my position. After a few frames, it stops and it locks in at 117 as my XYZ. It finds the correct like whatever like force it would take to stop me from sliding. It gives me that amount of X and Y and Z, and it makes it perfectly 117 every time. So 27975 47. So this is a different slope than the other one. The XYZ is still 117. So no matter what, it is always normalized to 117. But you get different values on the horizontal and component part depending on which type of slope you're on. So I'm on a very steep slope right now. So the horizontal component is very low. It's only 0.08. But if I'm on a very flat slope, then it gives it entirely on the XYZ. Y100. It's intentional. It's definitely intentional. It's part that's programmed into the game. It's part of the normalizing so that you don't slide. It's you also if you look, you get 0.7 when you crouch. If I can show that. If you're ever at 0.0, I guess from a checkpoint I can show it. So I have like, let me move off of this shit. Give me a flat ground here. I have 0.0 on my velocity. If I crouch, it okay, I can't get it to happen here, whatever. But I'm sure it's intentional, I'm sure. The 117 is it's just too specific. There's no way it's an accident.
The highest concentration of Covenant troops is directly below the carrier. I think they want you to get on board. That bridge is the most direct route to the city center.
Exactly, Rack. Is this only doing 5.4? Yeah. This thing's a vehicle, though. It should give more. I get... Why? Why don't you give more? It's also very solid. So, like, Griffin's idea of, like, solidity, it can't be solidity. I don't know. I think it's the space that it takes up on the object table. There should be a place I can stand that, like, actually makes me stand still here. Whatever. What else is there? just gonna cap at 5.4, right? Yeah. Okay. This isn't, I guess, the same as everything else. How's this? Probably gonna also do. Yeah. Okay, so what if I take... Did you spawn with a warthog yet? Okay. So does the warthog... Why does the warthog give 100? Does it if you're just It doesn't if you're just stationary, like on flat, does it? This isn't gonna go all the way to 100, right? What does this go to? So why does the warthog sometimes go to 100? That's the next question we gotta answer. Okay, so it just reset. So the warthog can't go to 40 on its own. But it does if we put it on some slopes. Why? Wait a minute. No. That maybe the damage state of the hog makes a difference. That is a thought. I don't think it does though. So if I damage the warthog a bit, would you take more damage? Okay. Yo, another zoo raid. This already happened once. You already raided me once when we were humping this deja vu. 12 hours ago, we were doing the same shit. Did I see Mito's clip? Yeah, I saw it. Fortune, did you see my clip where I launched to the Regret Tower from the Delta Halo Mountain? Oh, I wasn't watching what the number reset at 43. Thank you, Rev. Was that what it was before I damaged it? I think it was. I think that's the same. Yeah, I landed it. I don't know if anyone clipped it. Let me see if I got a clip of it. Clips, Twitch, manager. Did anybody make one? No, nobody made one. I'm gonna make a clip of it real quick because it was a cool one. Go find it. I'll make a clip for you guys so you can see what I've been doing. I think I found out partially where the reset number comes from, Mito. I'll show you what I was testing. I think I know why the number resets and caps, at least partially. Alright, I got the clip that I wanted. Okay, let me make this clip. Found it. Alright, we can watch this on stream real quick. Is that gonna load? What is this? Go away. Okay, here we go. Here's the lunch I just did, or about like an hour ago. Yeah, I turned off fall timer. But still, cool lunch. You know what, Mitblitz? Of anybody in the world to come in and say fall timer question mark. This man. This man. I cannot believe I just got fall timer question marked by Mintblitz. I've been had. Oh, but I'll show you what I found about stacking the XYZ and why it resets Mito. Give me a second. I wanted to do this just because I parked here. I don't know why. Alright. Oh, I lost all my speed because I still had the freaking acro on. Alright. Let me load back up on Great Journey. No, you can do it without the data. It's helping us just to know like what percentage of our speed is horizontal versus vertical and whatnot, but you can do it without. You can do this in multiplayer. I think you saw the clip I put on Twitter. That's just classic OG Halo 2. You can do that within a minute of like starting up a multiplayer game. I was thinking about staging a clip where I do that the warthog clip on like Coag, I grab the flag and slide all the way across the map. I think it'll be kind of sick. Alright. Let me... grab this. Actually, I guess I don't need this, but I'll grab it anyway. What are my binds on this? Alright. I don't... are you still here, Mito? Yeah, you are. So... I don't feel like waiting for it to reset, but if I were to do the tank by itself, it'll reset at like 49. Like if I just crouch on top of the Spectre on its own and let it reset. And if I do the Spectre on its own, it will reset at about 22. So 49 plus 22 is about 70. So what's gonna happen is if I park this Wraith, wait, this one has a guy in it, doesn't it? Is my teammate in that? There is. Okay. Well, let's not do that one because something weird might happen. Let's do it without the guy in it. So now, so this is 22 and this is 48. If I combine them and crouch on top, I'm gonna get a reset. And now it's gonna be 70. Yep, Dumb River, still doing testing. So, I did this test just like 15 minutes ago, and it did work exactly as I expected. So then I added Wraith, Spectre. So 3 things, which you would think would be 48, 48, and 20, which goes over 100, and it worked. And then I tried just 2 Wraiths alone, and you would think 48 and 48 is 96, so it would reset right before it got to 100, and it did. So I'm pretty sure my math is at least partially right here, where stacking 2 Wraiths puts you just barely below 100. No, it capped at 100. It stayed at 100 cap. But if my math is correct, we should pass 40. Yeah, okay. So we're definitely at more than either of... Wait, no, not yet. It's 50. That's where it happens. Is this unique to vehicles? Right before you guys raided, I was testing this. So I was just about to test it with boxes. That was going to be the thing I tested next. It works on every object in the game, not just vehicles, Mint Blitz. Boxes and everything movable as well. People. See, you're on 10k XYZ. Okay, it just reset. I didn't see where it was. But on season 7, it's 10. On classic, it's half of that. 75. Okay, well that's what I expected then, right? I said that makes sense, I think. But so if you look on season 8, instead of getting 10.4 or 10.8 like you get, I get 5.4. I get exactly half of what you get. So look at my reset here. 5.4. Why is my reset exactly half of what you're getting on season 7? That's another thing we gotta answer. So part of the changes that they made have to do with like velocity changes, obviously, and we knew that because they fixed splattering and slide jumps. But I want to know more. I obviously get like kind of why, but I want to know more why. Oh yeah, no, classic is not the same as season 8. There's tons of differences. Alright, so now we wanted to try stacking things. So this thing on its own was 5.4. And the box on its own was 5.4. So what if I just push you onto a box? Okay, well that didn't work. Oh! Calculated. Exactly as I planned, don't worry. Why are you? Oh, I have it. I frozen. I was like, why is Johnson not leaving? Go away, Johnson. Okay, so is this gonna give 10.8 or let's see. No. Okay, well, does this actually is this one on the bottom might not give anything because this one isn't even movable. This one might. Oh no, this one is movable. Okay. Oh, these things are already nicely stacked. Get a weapon and move the big box a little further back. Does anything work on this level? I don't know what you mean. Do you think that maybe this whole map has weird islands? No, I think that's not true. Because you can ghost and it works, or tantrum and it works, right? But maybe tantruming is different. Hanger 2 box works, okay, yeah. Which box did you say did it? A box and hanger 2. One of these boxes might give a weird angle. Okay, that's still 5.4. The big ones with the slanted tops. Oh, you just started on the box, just on the edge. Like floating right here, is what you're saying. Wait, that's actually a lot of speed. Oh wait, never mind. No, it's still doing 5.4. Did you have to get like all the way on the edge for it to work? No, I still can't get past 5.4. It was the smaller one. Oh, this one.
Find the border's point of entry, Chief. Cut them off at the source.
I'm being baited. It might be different on season. I mean, I was on the slant and on the edge. Put it on the slopes, and the box itself, yeah. See, I've been trying to test on flat ground just so that we have like an even angle, but it seems like slopes versus flat ground might be part of the problem as well. Okay, we'll just pretend that makes sense. Okay, box on slope. I think I've been lied to. Yeah, it might be a season difference. I wouldn't be surprised if it is. I'm on season 8. Not possible.
Focus on the boarding craft, Chief. The Marines can handle the rest.
Me playing keyboard and mouse is crazy. I started as a keyboard and mouse gamer when I was a young child. Keyboard and mouse is ingrained in me. I only play Halo on keyboard. I play all other, like, any, like, competitive shooter that I play on PC, I play with keyboard and mouse, like Counter-Strike and Fortnite and that kind of stuff.
There are more boarding craft in your area, Chief.
It's 5.4 all the way through, man. What is my camera? There's a free cam here. And then I want teleport to camera. Wait, what the fuck? Fortune, are you here? That's normal? What? I've never. This isn't. That. Oh, I didn't know. I didn't know this thing ever existed. That's weird. It's like not even in the door frame properly. What?
Chief, I'm showing active boarding craft nearby. Find them.
Weird. I'm gonna go get the warthog. Yeah, I don't know why I didn't know that. I guess I don't play with the game Frozen very often, so it would, because it disappears immediately. I just never see it. What am I trying to do here? Should I spawn the warthog and make it float? Or should I just... do I have easy cheats to make it float here? Yeah, I should make it float, actually. Or, to drop it, I mean. Let's test it both ways. I'm already here. Might as well test it this way.
I was almost on board when they
We're on it. First echelon, you're with me. Blanket those cruisers. Take them out one by one. Second echelon, keep those carriers busy.
Registering all vessels inside the payload. 13 cruisers, 2 assault carriers. I'm going loud.
Okay, the warthog's not very solid, so it does make interacting with it a little difficult. There is a warthog here, though. Okay, so I guess I can't really do anything with it, though, can I? Okay, let's drop the warthog for real.
Alert. Boarders inbound.
Oh, I need to be on legendary because I want to actually get that weapon, don't I?
Alert.
You have a cool clip there, Mito? What do you got? Is that your Pyro 2 flat hanger? He had to prove he wasn't gaslighting me. Yeah, weird. I don't know. I'm on legendary, right? Yeah. Switch back. Turn this on. For this guy out. Beep 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 beep. Does Medusa not work if A is frozen?
All hands, report to battle station.
Am I gonna post this? I don't know what you mean by post, like where, I mean, it's just, I'm just testing shit right now, there's not like a lot to post. Did you see the clip of me flying across the Regret Lake? I guess that's the only thing I have that's like worth posting. There.
Hey, check it out. The Malta's already driven up its borders.
Nothing to post just yet, I'm just testing.
Malta, what is your status? Over.
I don't believe it! They're retreating! We won!
This is bad. Real bad.
No, I didn't, Mito, but was it just a hump launch like my Spectre one that I sent you to the top of that building? Oh god, it's so hard to aim. Okay, I gotta use my mouse.
Uh-oh. Hey, they're leaving the Athens.
Cortana, assessment.
That explosion came from inside the Athens, same as the Malta. The Covenant must have brought something with them. A bomb.
And they sure as hell brought one here. Chief, find it.
Okay, I guess first I'll just see if it spawns and then I'll add shit until it does. Let's just create a checkpoint right here. Actually,
Chief, this way.
I was almost on board when they showed up.
Don't worry, ma'am. We're on it.
Thanks, Chief. I owe you one.
I want to make sure everybody deletes here.
Go. I'll cover the commander. All hands, brace for impact.
Let's just create a checkpoint now. I don't think it's gonna be spawned, but let's check. Lucky. Let's go add some shit to the pile.
Fire team to Terminal 2. All non-combat personnel to pressure zone.
Thanks for hanging out, Dumb River. Don't worry, we don't understand it either. That's why we're testing.
All non-combat.
Okay, so let me create a checkpoint now. So this shouldn't spawn because it's completely full, as far as I know. I don't think it'll... Actually, I could pick up grenades though to vary it. Not spawn. Let's... Can't throw grenades. Let me get rid of infinite ammo. Checkpoint. Let's pick up all of the grenades. No word. Pick up 3 of the grenades. Okay, so we need something bigger than that. But I don't have any turrets to explode, do I? I don't think they spawned. That turret definitely did not. This one?
All hands.
No, I need to get rid of an object, but I don't have any objects to get rid of, do I? Do I have anything to delete? Do I have weapons? I could shoot ammo. Most of the weapons are deleted, but I could get rid of some of them. There's still...
All hands. We are abandoning.
Abandoning. That's funny. Okay, so there's one weapon gone. Now we gotta try the whole thing again. Glass doesn't count, so that is... That one didn't. I'll take that battle rifle next. Okay, we'll do 0 grenades first. No warthog. Let's do 4 grenades. Warthog. 3 grenades. Get rid of another battle rifle. First we check with no grenades. Two grenades. I know this is tedious, but I don't have an easier way to do this right now without restarting the whole process. I could, but I don't want to. It should only be like one more weapon to get rid of. I think there should. I know there's a battle rifle on that marine in the next room. I don't want to go in there yet. Should be another weapon I can get rid of somewhere. Yeah, it definitely could be faster to restart. Oh, it's not even gonna disappear. Okay, actually I'm just gonna restart. I want camera, free camera, close this. Oh no, but I need the needler. Dang, I gotta clear this room still.
All hands, report to battle station. This is not a drill. I repeat, this is not a drill.
I wanted. Where's the camera? It's down here. Free cam.
Hey, check it out. Malta's already driven off its borders.
Malta, what is your status? Over.
I don't believe it! They're retreating! We won!
I guess before I played through the level normally until...
Is that a weapon or a foot down? Dang it!
I break one turret in my old setup, right? Isn't that what I do? I think. Or was it 2 turrets?
On board when they showed up.
Don't worry, ma'am. We're on it.
Is it 2? I can't remember. I say it out loud in my video. I can't remember if it was 1 or 2.
Don't make me take off my belt.
Yo, what up, Distortion? We got a new glitch. The new glitch is a way to build speed and then activate it all at once. I'm using glitches and cheats to test it right now. Infinite ammo, bottomless clip. Yeah, the problem is it takes a while to build up speed, so it takes like 2 or 3 minutes to reach like a really high speed. But here, once I run it, check this out. Watch that. Alright, I'm gonna break just 1 turret, and then we'll see. It was 2. It was 2, right? I think it was 2. Thanks, Fortune. Did I get it? No, I went too fast. But when I did it before, did I go back and add extra needles at any point? I can't remember. Oops, I just threw a grenade. That won't matter, will it? No, it shouldn't. Okay, let me go slow on here and actually hit these triggers this time, because before, sometimes a jetpack guy could spawn. No warthog.
Sir, orders have breached the fire control center.
Let's try picking up grenades this time. Okay, at least we have turrets to break this time. I guess we just try 3 turrets, right? I think it's gonna be this one that does it though. We didn't get it there. I don't know if we need 1 more or 1 less, but I just broke 3 turrets. So let's try 3 again. But pick up a grenade. Where is my warthog? I tried. I guess I'll do 3 and 2 nades. I'll just do 3 and all the nades. Actually, let's start with 2 so that I can checkpoint better. Alright, let's throw all our nades. Alright, I picked up 4 grenades. Wait, they didn't spawn this time? Okay, we got the warthog though, whatever. Checkpoint. Finally. We did it.
Fire control center.
First try, easy every time.
Can you defuse it?
Yes, but I'll need the chief's help to make contact with the detonator.
Chief, first echelon, you're with me.
It's crazy I could have done that faster without cheats.
One by one. Second echelon, keep those carriers busy. The carriers are breaking through, sir. They're heading straight for the Cairo. Cortana, concentrate your
I'm
fire
going
on the
loud.
first carrier. Admiral, do what you can against the second. Everyone, form up. Follow my lead.
Warthog. Alright, all of that was just to see if I could gain speed on this thing.
First carrier completely ignored us. Flew through the Malta's debris field and headed straight for Earth.
Do I not even have my... I do. If this resets at 5.4, I'm gonna be very confused. Okay, at least that makes sense. You can spawn objects in. If you modify the projectile to shoot an object, you should just be able to fire any object you want. I have projectile editing on Vista. You just poke the projectile to be anything like an object. Instead of creating a projectile, whenever you fire a weapon, make it create an object. That's like the way old modders used to do it back in the day. What was I trying to do? It's not in your debug menu? Oh, I see. Let's do 2 nades. Okay, so I just had the thought about, what about moving objects? Does our angle change? If we can be on a moving object but not lose our ghost, does our angle get weird? That makes sense. I think you can. I think you can ghost while you're, or you can like hum punch like while you're riding the scarab. Thanks, Heart. Thought it was pretty cool. Yeah, I'm on season 8. So Cairo Station seems to be really weird. I can't get like high values on this level. Why did, oh, we hit the timer. I need to be inside of it when we hit the timer. But I don't know, this level seems weird on, like, all of the boxes give 5.4 and I can't seem to make things not. The Warthog I did just get a higher value for the first time though. But Mito sent me a clip of him doing basically exactly what I did, and his gave speed and mine didn't, so I don't know. But wait a minute, why not just use the disappearing warthog to float at like any angle I want? I could... Can't I do that? But it resets at 5.4. Why? Okay, well, I'm gaining straight down. Well, not exactly straight down. I think this might be a way to clip inside the solo elevator shaft and the bomb room solo, or the cutscene room solo. 5.4 is weird. Yeah, it's half of Season 7, Hark. So you get 10.8 on Season 7, and I get 5.4 on Season 8. I'm not sure why, but it's clearly one of the changes they made to velocity. But yeah, it's exactly half. Oh, I didn't see what it reset at. Oh, Hark. I wanted to show you. I figured out why the number resets. At least not 100%, but a big clue. About like the why, how, and why it resets. So, first, wait, did I accidentally choose legendary? I did. I'll just save and quit. I don't want to be on legendary. Sorry, I gotta reload it. But so different objects on flat ground seem to give like a base value. Like the Spectre seems to give like 22 and then it resets if it's just on flat ground. The Wraith seems to give like 40, 48 or 49 and then it resets. And that's what it does every single time when it's on flat ground. But what happens if you put the Spectre on top of the Wraith? Well, then it adds. It just adds. All it does is it adds the 20-something plus the 40-something, and you end up with 70. And then, so I tested again, and I put a Wraith. So each Wraith was worth like 48, and if you stack two Wraiths on top of each other, it's worth a little bit less than 100. And that's what happened. So it reset at a little bit less than 100. So like two Wraiths is like 90, 98, or 99. A Wraith and a Spectre is like 70. A Spectre on its own is like 20. But yeah, so doing it like exactly like this made their numbers combine. So this should make it to like 70 if I wanted to do it like this. I don't know. I didn't actually make it still here. You mean like Cairo railing? I think they were giving 5.4. I think I already tested the Cairo railing. But I'm actually getting ready to stop testing for tonight. To toggle the XYZ stuff, it is under overlays, display 2D game info. What are my AHK numbers? I'll check right after this goes. I had to fiddle with them. I think it varies on frame rate and computer. I'm playing at 60 FPS, by the way. Yeah, Mito, that's what we're trying to figure out. I think it might have to do with the number of slots the object takes up on the object memory table. So, for instance, a Spectre takes up the body of the Spectre, the turret, and then the turret has a weapon. So the Spectre actually takes up 3 spots on the object table. A Warthog takes up 4 slots. A Wraith takes up 7 slots. So I think it might be tied to that. Okay, but here it's about to reset. Once it gets to like 70, it's about to reset right here. Wait for it. Boom. So that's just the math combination of the Spectre plus the Wraith. So if I do the Wraith alone, it will be like 49. Can you do Banshees? Yeah, you can do Banshees. Oh, I forgot to check for you. After this one, Fortune, I'll check. I'll try to remember. I can't tab out while it's running because it like stops crouching. I don't want to tab out. Alright, so here we go. It's about to reset. It's going to reset at like almost 49, I think. Somewhere around there. Not quite 50. Boom. Yeah, 49. So yeah, that's like adding up exactly like I expect. And then you've got this, so 49 plus... This will be 23 because we just got to 72. So this will add up to 23. It'll reset like right before we get to that. So we know the math of the individual components, and they do combine like we think they do, but we still don't have a complete understanding. So it's about to reset here at like 21 or 22. Right now. Yep. Math. And then, so if I were to stack 2 wraiths, it just doubles and it resets right before 100 at 49 times 49. Or not, times 2, you know what I mean. 49 plus 49. So that's at least interesting. Also, Hark, did you see the high charity skip one I got off the ladder? That one was pretty sick. Yeah, Fortune, you're thinking about the Scarab launch thing, right? I mean, it might. Who knows? We'll see. Oh, I wanted to get Fortune numbers. Where's the script? I am holding it down for... if it'll load. Down for 50, up for 15. Oh, that's what Rack's using too, yeah. Yeah, this still resets at 5.4, which doesn't actually make sense to me. Why? Is the Hog better than the Spectre? Yes, at least I think so. I don't remember what the Hog gives on flat ground, but I think it gives more than that. I think the Hog gave like 36 or something. Oh, I wanted to try the Banshee, that's what I wanted. Where's the camera shit that I want? Freak. On top the gravity thing at the top mid. Yeah, I'll try that next. Am I gonna... did I hit the triggers here? I didn't, did I? Oh, AI's frozen. Yeah, I did. I was wondering why nothing was there, but I think it's because... wait, no, I didn't hit the triggers. How did I miss the triggers? I just restart level. Oh, I must have missed the one over here. Okay, you wanted me to try it on this thing. It's gonna go at 5.4. This thing always does 5.4 for me, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Not much, Mito. At this point, the game came out 20 years ago. The guy barely remembers it. And even if he did, it's these glitches weren't programmed on purpose. So, like, edge cases like this, usually the developers have no idea about. If they actually had the code, it would be helpful because we could ask them to send it to us. But other than like actually like reading through the code, like they wouldn't remember and they wouldn't have really good insights. Is it possible to have the Banshee close enough to get the enter prompt, but not close enough that it's like gonna screw with the Havoc thing? Don't step on me! I'm not sure if it stored a little bit or not. I wanted to do it before I got stepped on, though. Yeah, but Banshee storage, especially on Classic, you can do a glitch where you park the Banshee on top of the Scarab, get in the Banshee, and then it will launch you at like a bajillion miles an hour once you get out. So you can store something similar to like momentum preservation in a Banshee. There's already a glitch I know that does it. That's why I'm messing with this. I think I'm understanding it more, actually. Do I have backward speed there? I can't tell. So I think this is a hump launching, but it's different. I think the way it works on the Scarab, so the way I've been able to make it recreatable on the Scarab is, can I double revert here? How close is my checkpoint? Okay, oh, this is perfect. This is what I want. So the momentum preservation glitch, what I did was I parked the Scarab like right here in next to the ramp, and then I got out, and then I crouched a few times like right here. I think maybe crouching a few times like did the glitch, and then I got in the Banshee, and then I flew away. And so this is the whole glitch. This is the whole like momentum storage glitch. If you do this properly, you can get checkpoints and you don't lose your shit, and then when you get out, it'll send you at like a crazy angle at 1,000,000 miles an hour. I don't know if it works on Vista and it works on OG, but it might not work on MCC. I don't actually know. I actually don't know how to do it every time either. It just feels random when I get it. don't know. I think one of those like speed bursts does it. Okay, I don't have it. Yeah, I don't even know if it works on MCC, to be honest. Does that scarab do this too? I don't know if it does, but it should, as far as I know. Yeah, I can't get it, but I think that's gonna be all I test tonight. It's getting late, and I should get a snack and go to sleep. But we did some good testing. I got one cool launch. If you guys missed my cool trick from all of this, from this session, I'll replay it real quick. I know we didn't get anything really cool, but there's always the next day. Yeah, let me show you my cool clip. Check this out. This was the best thing we got from this session. Watch this. Nailed it. Let's go. Alright, that's gonna be it for my stream though. That was fun testing. Thanks everybody for hanging out, and thanks for the ideas. I don't think anyone else is streaming this. I will raid. Do I have anybody to raid? Who do I follow in here? I want to raid more glitch hunters, but they aren't live. Good rack. He's no, he does. He's not. He's doing no mic. Blue target.